Y'all telling her that she should just go back to a marriage that she was miserable in also doesn't make any sense.
It's officially been 3 years since Tia Mowry announced her divorce from Cory Hardrick. And in fact, it happened in October 2022, making it 3 years on the dot. Tia Mowry cited personal unfulfillment for her reasons for leaving her husband, Cory Hardrick. And he didn't want to leave her at all. He wanted her, he wanted the kids, he wanted to still stay with her. But despite him pleading, what did he get? And her fans started to understand that something was wrong with Tia after the marriage.
You know, she went on that post-divorce press run and she was saying just crazy things like marriage is a curriculum and she graduated the curriculum and just some Looney Tune stuff trying to really justify. She's grown, not that she got to justify anything, but trying to justify, you know, her reasons for divorcing him because she stated that there was no infidelity, you know, no abuse, nothing like that. So she really just, it was just silly to me to just up and leave your marriage because you wanted to post a bunch of stuff on the internet and get attention.
That's right. It was a whole bunch of attention seeking. But
because to me it seems like that's what it was, because I used to follow her on Instagram, and that time leading up to her announcing their split, she was just always posting stuff. Like some of it was cute and some of it was cringe. Like it was very much giving midlife crisis.
She mentioned the word midlife crisis. By definition, a midlife crisis is a loss of self-confidence and feeling of anxiety or disappointment that can occur early in middle age. Now, one could say that Tia Mowry divorcing from her ex-husband was a part of the midlife crisis because she did feel unfulfilled. And she found out that leaving her ex-husband was the best thing. Ultimately, her unfulfillment was his fault. And so she left him. But then she is still doing weird ass things that would make you feel like Tia Mowry's midlife crisis is even getting worse. Fast forward. Recently, Tia Mowry, I believe, was in the Bahamas, or is currently in the Bahamas. And she posted her doing this very cringe style of dance. In the background music for this is Mariah Carey's One More Night With You. I believe that's the name of the song. I'm not sure. I mean, hey, she's fit. She's doing all these, weird, seductive dances, obviously trying to get some attention. And it's trending right now on social media, and people feel, well, quite differently about it. Cadillac Supreme says her and Angela are running neck to neck in the cringe race. Woo! Guys, if you didn't know, that's Angela Simmons are talking about. And yes, Angela Simmons is definitely cringe AF also. This person said she is sad and lonely and she left for a no good reason, a man that wanted her. This is thirst trapping to hide her pain of loneliness. As all can see, no man outside of curiosity will not claim her.
Damn!
Nina says the right person will love her the way she is.
Stop the cap.
Chamber says, girl, all marriages have their obstacles. Get it, and if you can, get some more. Get your man back. This other person says, she's smiling too much. Ain't nothing funny when you miss your Negro.
Got him!
So to me, I had to really get on my Inspector Gadget type stuff, right? Because if Tia Mowry was so unfulfilled when she was married to Cory Hardrick, why then is she showing some weird signs of this, middle age crisis? And so I know middle age crisis affects women and men differently. So I actually wanted to see what defines a midlife crisis for a woman.
One, you're feeling unhappy, you're feeling lost, and you have a real emptiness inside. So where you used to feel very full, very fulfilled, you're now actually feeling quite empty.
So in this case, Tia Mowry felt empty where she once experienced joy. Now, she could have been happy, married, and then got divorced. And so for her, this was her feeling of emptiness, and now she is happy, right? That could explain the divorce. But wait.
Number two, you're feeling really quite bored, quite discontented, discontented in things like relationships and in your job.
She says you're quite bored in relationships or in your employment, right? Yeah, this is also could be a reason why she left the relationship in the first place. But then let's look at the second one.
Number 3, you are becoming emotionally detached. And by that, I mean you are not feeling joy. You're not enjoying things that you used to enjoy. And you're actually not enjoying much at all right now.
You're becoming emotionally detached. This is something that's interesting because obviously she became emotionally detached from Cory Hardrick because of this midlife crisis. But see, it's easy to blame all of your problems on other people without understanding the wider context. Because not only was she becoming emotionally detached from Cory Hardrick, she was becoming emotionally detached from everything.
And number 5 is that you feel you need to find yourself. You just simply don't know where to start.
And this is the proof here. You need to find yourself and you don't know where to start. So here's the situation. You say this black man, Cory Hardrick, who's a good father, he never mistreated you, he loved you and your kids, you get rid of him, okay? And so now you're trying to find this new identity, you're online, you're dancing really cringely, trying to get attention, trying to thirst trap. This isn't the first time that you've done it. You're telling other women how they shouldn't be defined, by being somebody's wife, somebody has to serve your purpose and all of this, right? But check this out.
I will say I've only been in the dating world for, I want to say 3 months now, and it is exhausting.
Tia Mowry talked about how she's only been in the dating market for 3 months and how terrible it is. Now she's trying to find herself in that same dating market in which she found herself in because she was unfulfilled from Cory Hardrick. Now I want to get back to that idea of being detached. Yes, she was detached from Cory Hardrick because they've been together for so long. But the reality is that Tia Mowry is detached from reality. Woo! What happens in the midlife crisis that people don't talk about is you still think you're who you used to be. And the reality is you're not that, all right? Many guys, including some of us in our 40s, we still think that we're the same athletic guys we were 21, 22. Some of us can still believe that. Some of us still believe that, the world could owe you something. But ultimately in the dating world, if you're a 44-year-old guy, a woman is going to treat you a lot differently than where you were when you were a 24-year-old guy. That could be better or worse in certain circumstances. But the reality is that most people who suffer from midlife crises are completely delusional from where they are in the real world. And people typically do not value you as much as you value yourself. And that's the real problem with the midlife crisis, is that you at certain points, you got to understand, I am 46 if you're Tia Mowry, or 47. I am 44 if I'm O'Shea, all right? There are certain things I must bring to the table for somebody else. And I must bring value to the table for somebody else, because what somebody else wants should be very, very important to me after I've been living 40 something plus years on this earth. And the midlife crisis, when it's delusional, tells somebody that, listen, I'm okay as I am, and somebody should deal with me as I am, even if I'm not willing to give them any kind of parity in life, because they don't deserve parity. They should be glad I'm talking to them. And many people with a midlife crisis have a seller's market mentality. Tia, you're not 16, 17, or 18, and the whole world is watching you on Sister. Okay, you're not 25 anymore. You're not 30 years old anymore, okay? At this level where you are right now, it's not about the fact that you need personal fulfillment, but that other people need personal fulfillment. And the hardest problem that Tia Mowry is having is that the world isn't bending to her as it used to when she was like in her teens or even 20, because you're 47 years old and you're not used to the world not kissing your ass anymore, because times have changed and you have not changed, right? And she even mentioned her issue in the dating market by saying this.
My last relationship when dating was, when I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved.
She mentions that her last relationship was great in the beginning because courting was involved. So you want somebody to court you, a person who doesn't care about how other people feel, and then you at the same time complain about it. But the reality is you're detached from reality. The reality is you thought it was Cory Hardrick's issue as to why your problems were, adding up. And you're the biggest enemy of all your relationships, whether it be business or financial or whatever the case is. You just don't want to give any sort of value to anybody. And then now we're seeing that because you're trying to get attention, and yeah, all that thirst trapping is attention. Because if somebody won't deal with you based on, just having a relationship based on parity or what they can get out of it, because to be honest, nobody can get anything from Tia Mowry, then let me at least try to show to the fact that I'm 48, I'm still in somewhat good shape, and you know what? I look nice. And guess what? That solves some problems here and there because she is nice looking. You have the women come on in the comments and talk about how beautiful she is and, she looks good for her age and all of that. But the wider context is that nobody who she wants is saying that. Woo! Because at her age, beauty comes with any guy. For example, the man that Tia Mowry want to deal with has every opportunity with women. Being beautiful is just one of the things, but willing to sacrifice in a relationship and give value, those are two different things. And this is something that she largely has an issue with, and largely a lot of women may take umbrage with. And then again, in your midlife crisis, you're not ready for the world that you have to adjust to. Men have it, I think, a little bit easier because if you're not like the best looking guy when you're 25, probably don't matter if you're ugly when you're 50. I mean, you've been ugly all your life, right?
He's right,
So you're just an ugly ass 50-year-old dude. No problem, right? And you just gotta still keep trading. But if you're a very beautiful lady and things have gone your way, and now they're not going your way, well then how do you keep your attention on yourself? By making little dumbass dances like this to go viral, and then you even make yourself look more desperate and crashing out, because guess what? It's evident that nobody wants to put up with you. It's clear. It's like clear as day. Even Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see that. And again, if you take away the fact that you are beautiful or you are good looking, it's not enough. Why is it not enough? Because the wider context says you've been detaching from reality from anybody that don't want to give you what you want. And this is Tia Mowry. And guys, it is going to get worse. We've already seen her spreading her legs, accidentally showing the trying to get some attention, trying to let everybody know what's down there. Yeah, everybody knows what's down there. And guess what? Don't nobody want it. Woo! So guys, what do you think it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. What did you do for all that you do? Subscribe to the bell. We out.